Start recording. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. I'm a bit late today. I just need to switch on the cameras. Sorry about this. Come on in. Grab a seat. It's freezing outside today, isn't it? Let's see if this camera's on. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Let's try the one at the top. Just 1 second. I am here. Just need to check. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. And in we come. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get it aligned. As I went live, I thought, I haven't done the cameras yet. Sorry about that. Come on in. We're on it. Like a car bonnet. Are you there? It's coming up for New Year. Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. Helen, Sue, Caroline, Julia, Jane. Good. It's so lovely to have your company. Not I found my glasses. Ragnar was wearing them. It might have been Eric, but I think it was Ragnar. I can still only tell them apart by their tails. It's terrible. And also, Eric doesn't like to be cuddled quite as much. But other than that, they're like two bookends. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Into everything now. It's all right, though. It's all right. I remember years ago, did I tell you the story when we lived in Germany? And I remember we had these white leather sofas, really expensive. I think I've told you this. And the first little scratch I saw from a cat claw, right, I nearly had a cardiac. Yeah. And now, it's not important, is it? In my old age, I've figured out what's important and what's not. Ah, nectar. You rock. Come on in. Yeah, do let me know when I start repeating myself. Stuart's in the building with us again today, which is good. And I just want to check that the volume is working because I've got a Polanex, it's for power raising. Stuart, sound is good. Only be careful, let me know, Stuart, because I've got this on. It's quite close to me double chin. I might keep knocking it with layer number 2. Who's going to join me in the new year on losing a little bit of the old extra poundage that we've piled on during lockdown? Come on, hands up. Who wants to join me? I'm not going to turn into Slimming World. We're not going to get the scales out every Wednesday, but I think it helps if you know you're not alone doing this. I need to shed at least a stone. At least a stone. Who's up for it? Well, there you go. See, there's loads of us. Look at all those hands going up. Boom! But we won't start until New Year's Day. And don't give it all the old flannel, New Year's resolutions never work. They do if you work them. It works if you work it. Oh, yeah. Come on in. Happy people, come on. This is our happy space. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. Hey? So, today and then, is it New Year's Day or is it New Year's Day on Friday? Cool. Well, New Year's Day, we'll be here, won't we? Not going anywhere else, are you? Linda Williams, bless her, she called me. She said, you know where we were going to be yesterday? We were going to go to Madeira, the 4 of us. She said, I'd booked a restaurant overlooking the castle. And she said, and here, I said, well, book it for next year. We'll go next year instead to Madeira with Rob and Dave. You know, it's not going to run away. Madeira's not going under. It'll be there when we get there. And the castle will still be there too, Linda. I can't wait. It'll be a grand holiday. Yeah. No holidays this year. This year, 2020. Haven't been anywhere, have you? Nah. You keep freezing, Barbara. Do I? Am I freezing or is that just Anne's? I just saw it because I got my good glasses on. Wrestled them from Ragnar. Oh, yeah. No, I think we're all right. Stuart, could you let me know whether we're freezing or not? I know I'm freezing. I don't think that's quite what Anne meant. You keep freezing. I read it and I thought, how does she know I'm freezing? I've got me Ugg boots on. Yeah, got me Ugg boots on. Yeah, decided to get dolled up a bit today. No, I didn't. I've got leggings on because they're stretchy. Because the jeans don't fit anymore. And I refuse to wear Dave's. I'm not going there. Because then it's game over, isn't it? So once again, I'll say, who's in it? From the 1st of January. Yeah, cutting back the poundage. Thank you. I knew I wouldn't be alone. Yeah, got to be done though. Got to be done. And we'll just have a little kind of verbal weigh-in. Like £1, £2, £3, you know, that sort of thing. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We need to help each other. Right, come on. I thought it would be great. I actually spent ages yesterday preparing something. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, it's a new year. Let's just hang out together. Let's do a really nice, let's take what we've done over the last couple of days, do something cool. And then what I prepared, the feast that I prepared for today, will begin next year. Next year. Doesn't that sound weird? Come on in. I'm going to join you, I think. Yes. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Hilda. Well, I'm not glad to hear that you need to. I'm glad to hear that we're in it together. It's always easier when you're doing it with someone else. I'm talking about losing weight, people. Okay. Too early for that sort of thinking, right? Right. Look, this is my my cursor. I had another good idea yesterday. I'll tell you about it when we get started, though. I think it's a good idea. Let me just write it down on a bit of paper so I remember to tell you. With my beautiful pen from Josie Davidson. Look at that beadwork. What a masterpiece. I've shown you this before. Look. Barbara. That's beaded, you know. Isn't that beautiful? So much talent out there. Right, Josie. What was I going to write? Oh, I know. Good idea. What was the good idea? Oh, I know. Yeah. Tutorial blogs. Right, you ready? So, let's have a look where we've been, because this always feels good, doesn't it? Right, right, mental yoga. Okay, this is it. This is the hour. Don't think about anything else. Don't worry about, oh no, not more turkey. If I have to eat more turkey, one more day. Got one more load of soup to go, and then it's done for another year. Sick of turkey. Right, so let's have a look what we've done in the during the Christmas period, shall we? Right, ready. So we did our Christmas poppet, didn't we? Presh. We coloured her in. Lovely. So if you've missed her, you can go back to her. Then yeah, there we are. Do you remember we took the little one and we got funky with our letters. We're gonna go there again today because we're getting good at this now. Right, and then we used the negative space. I saw a couple of beautiful pieces of artwork on Clarity Worldwide using colour as well in the front. It really nice. Somebody coloured her in too. Beautiful. But we were just learning about negative space, how you can do the front, you can do the back, you reach the same place. And then on Monday we were looking at this idea, weren't we? About how to reveal a word by using patterns in the background. So I thought, right, peace is good, and it's all about that. What we did was we focused on peace, you know, and I was saying there are hundreds of us here, and if we're all focusing on peace, then we create a stronger energy around that word. Conversely, we could have put war, and then we'd all be thinking about war. Well, we don't want to do that. That's the last thing on my list of things to think about. So let's talk about a happy new year, because I do believe I really do believe that we move towards what we picture in our minds. Thoughts become things. And if there are hundreds of us all thinking about a happy new year, I'm not saying that we can control what's going on out there, but we can move towards a happy new year. Because regardless of what's going on, we can direct our levels of happiness, I think. Okay? I'm having to try extra hard at the moment to maintain a happy level. But, you know, that's what the SHAC's there for, you know, to learn and switch off and redirect. And yeah, it's working for me. It's working for me, guys. Right, now, so let's have a look. What we were doing, we did peace, and then what I thought would be really nice today, let me put that down there so I don't lose it. I've got to do some filing. I haven't filed anything since, crikey. Look, I haven't filed anything. Remember when we were doing the wreaths? I haven't even filed that. That's how busy I've been. So I've got to file all this stuff because it's all good gear. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. Keep busy, stay with your hands. That's what I say, isn't it? Right, that's what we're going to do next week. That loveliness. And this week, we're going to do this. Let's have a look. Nice. Happy New Year. So I wanted to create a kind of a happy burst of energy, you know? So that's what we're going to do. Let me just make sure I don't lose these beautiful things that I spent all day yesterday doing. Right, there it is. That's it. It's because I've got television on the weekend, 7 hours on Sunday. Like boom, 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 boom. Requires a lot of prep, and I have to keep calm on that one. You know, I have to really keep focus, and I can't afford to start losing things. No. Right, so this is what we're going to do. Happy New Year. Nice writing. Done it on a bit of tracing paper. It's good size. Sort of postcard size. If you take the postcard like that, be nice on a postcard. That's nice on a postcard, right? So what I did was, though, let me talk you through. So you can, once you figure this out, the layering trick, it's really cool. You could write anything on here. Congratulations, harmony, serenity, love, peace, etc. Dinner's in the oven, right? Once you've done that, then you take another bit of tracing paper and you overlay it. Now, when I overlaid it, on this one, I didn't put the words in until the very end. I did the background over the top. So I had that, and I worked with a blank canvas, and I did all the background over the top. So I'm working with 2 bits of tracing paper. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just fold it over and work on that side. But I tend to keep them separate, only because, I tell you why, because this is a really nice script, and I want to hang on to that because it'll be nice on its own, or maybe with something different. And I didn't want to, the thinking behind it was, I didn't want to spoil this by writing all over it and then thinking, oh, that didn't go so well, right? So me playing it safe as you do, I used a blank piece over the top. I did my doodle. See, there's no pressure then, because I can rub out and do all that on that layer, and this layer is still pristine. Once I've got that down, then I can make a mess on this. Doesn't matter, because I can always go back to basic. I'm not rubbing this out when I'm trying to correct what I'm doing here. And then, because there's no pressure, see, I can do a really nice, you like? Let's have a look up close to see if you can see the detail. Because we were talking about this on Monday, about getting really busy around the back of the letters. So it's a real kind of tangle of all different swirls and stars and flashes, and you know, it's a happy tangle. It makes me smile when I look at it. It's got, yeah, it's just a happy tangle. Stars. It's like fireworks, really, isn't it? Yeah. And I'll show you how we kind of build it up. I decided to put the letters in because I wanted to, it was easier in the end. But it's up to you whether you put the letters in or not. Okay? Eventually, that'll be so busy that you could probably get away with it with a bit of shading, which looks good too. So the first thing we need is a bit of tracing paper, 2 bits of tracing paper, in fact, dos. So we'll get some tracing paper if I've got any left, all right? And then we'll script our Happy New Year first, because today we're moving in on the last day of the year. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, all right? And then New Year's Day is Friday. Wow. 2 bits of tracing paper. Cool, look at this, the year in review. Check it out. Do you remember these guys? Yeah, Africa. And you remember me Welsh Miner? Look. Don't ever say that I'm a natural drawer, okay? I just keep that one just because it makes me curl up. He looks like a Welsh Miner. Look, now, why did I think just because you could give him a spear and dress him up in a robe and take his shoes away, that he's going to look anything other than a Welsh Miner in drag? Oh dear. You got to laugh. Right, and I've really got to do some filing if I'm still looking at the Welsh Miner. Okay, right, this one first, okay? So, let's get your pencil. You know, all we need is a pencil. I'm just going to use a bit of white behind so that you can, only need 1 bit to start with. Bit of white so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, I need some low masking tape just to hold the, I just want to hold it in place while I'm working, really. There you go. That'll do. Boom. That one too hard. HB. Bog standard pencil. Bog standard pencil. I mean, having said that, if you're into the SHAC, right? If you're into the SHAC and you're planning on sticking with it, treat yourself to a set of these. We've got them on the website. Stuart will tell you where they are. It's a really, we're going to be using them a lot, you know, because you've got the hard pencils, the black pencils. I'm sure we've got them on the website at a really good price. Ask Stuart, he'll give you the link. We sort of decided not to do a January sale. We do the February sale for our club members. You know, we've been having sales up and down the yin yang. We did the Pergamano sale, didn't we? Massive Pergamano sale in October. Then in November we had Black Friday. We call it Grey Friday, which just, we thought that we'd spread the love a bit and do Pergamano in October and that would slow down. It didn't. So it's just been a gallop, you know, a sales gallop. And I just sat with it and I thought, I don't think it's what we need right now. Is a more, you know, panic buying and selling and dropping prices, and it's not what you need and it's not what we need, you know. Much as we need the business, I don't think that this now, you know, Boxing Day and off we go again. It's like, oh, come on, let's just slow down, travel gently. Remember we were talking about traveling gently. And so anyway, let's get started, because what I want to do is direct you to my blog, barbaragrayblog.com. I'll tell you why in January. I just thought it would make more sense to, it will make more sense to just ease ourselves into the new year. Ease ourselves in, you know, with skill sets and new art ideas and tricks and tips, and, you know, and we can drive special offers through tutorials, right? We'll talk about it in a minute anyway. Let's have a look. Let's get started, because the first thing we want to do is Happy New Year. Happy New Year, okay? So we're going to start, it's going to be about, let's have a look. For those of you who want to kind of get it the way I've got it, it's about, from top to bottom, It's about 4.5 inches. Right, I wouldn't get too caught up on it. 4.5 inches, so it's going to be about 10 centimetres, is it? Have a look. Yeah, about 11 centimetres. Okay. Oh. But like I say, I wouldn't get too hung up on it. It's the same old trick. We'll start here, and we're going to overlap the letters, and we're going to make them quirky, okay? Little bit of uppercase, little bit of lowercase. It just comes, right? But the first one is the H. So we'll start with the H, and then we'll just work our way that way. Just let's figure it out. It's easy, right? So, and go lightly to start with. Go lightly until you're happy with what you're doing, right? So you're going to go like just get the H in. I always find, right, this is just a little tip, that letters look better. A letter looks better if the bottom half is longer. Same as trees. It's just a funny little... There you go. And people always look better with longer legs, don't they? There you go. So we'll get the H in, right? Let's get the H in. And then we're going to put the A in. So the A is going to be about there. And we want it to touch. Whether it overlaps or not, it's up to you. Whether it goes behind, it's up to you. It doesn't have to, it's not critical, right? Because we can pencil it in, can't we? Let's just get an A in, H-A. And I'm deliberately staying further away so you can see here what I'm doing, right? Because at the moment, this isn't definite, but it's in place, right? And then I think a quirky P at a jaunty angle. Let's make a long P, like that, right? Just get the outline in. Again, long leg on the P. Always looks good. There we go. And then we'll put the centre in. Right, keep that straight, like that. This one as well, see? Right, let's get that out of the way. What we'll do is, if that's the leg there, right, there, that looks better already, see? So this is coming down here like that. And then this is the same. It's not going to be in further. See? Right, so we've got the hap, happy. Right, come on. P. So this time we'll do another P, but this time we'll make it even longer. So this will probably make a good connection. Here we go. P. I might be overcooking this a bit on the long leg thing. Let's just leave that open for a minute. We can decide in a moment, can't we? So this one is behind that one. That looks good. Happy. And then I think I'm going to put Y. Step away from it. And then let's have a look. It may be... Yeah, that'll do. I don't think we need it to be longer than that. Now, the Y really needs to come down a bit. Otherwise, it's all going in up, 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 up. Right? So we'll bring the Y down and we'll tuck it in. So in other words, see the angle on this one? I'm kind of thinking out loud because it tells you how I arrive where I'm going, right? So this one's coming in like that. So I want this one to come in like that. Otherwise, if I do that, it gives you the wrong flow. There you go. So we put the Y in like that. So it doesn't matter too much, but yeah, you can see now this is going to sit well, right? So then this comes down like that, and then we can, yeah, that'll do for the moment. That'll do nicely. Don't have to get too heavy-handed yet. Everybody happy? Can you hear me all right? Yeah. Good. Right, and then we're going to put new in here. So new's going to go like that, isn't it? With a big Y, W. And we want them all joining up, not too spread out. See, now on, so if I put the N there, on, yeah, that's interesting. Because let's make that a bit straighter. On Sunday at 2 to 4, I've got a really nice new alphabet that I illustrated, stamps. I think it's in, Groovy as well. Oh, I've got to get organised. Right, and one of the things that I know, one of the main sort of tricks and tips when we do the TV show. One of the main demonstrations is going to be that, oh, that looks a bit weird, I don't like that towel. Bunch it together, keep it tight, keep it tight. If with the letters, if they're too spread out, it just doesn't sit right on the page. It's too disjointed. And so one of the first things this afternoon, after the SHAC, the first thing I'm going to do is sit down with all my letters from the new stamp set and show you how they need to be, just stamp up a load of words so you can see how they need to be bunched up together. See, so this E, for example, here, let's have a look. If I put that E there, that could be like that. See, because there's a tendency to spread out. It's like, yeah, that looks good. There is a tendency, isn't there, to sort of spread out. Happy New Year. But what that does is, it doesn't... See, this has got to be... I'm just thinking the W, I probably want to bring it into about there. Yeah, I don't want it to go over any further. I might have to bring that Y over a little bit. That's okay, though. That's why this is called tracing paper. This is just a sketch, isn't it? All we're going to do is just get a good... Because the most important thing, really, when you do this, is the letters. The background, look, what is your eye drawn to? Exactly. And if the letters are good, if the print is right, the font, then everything else just falls into place. So let's have a look. I think that E there looks good. That looks about right. Do you know, you know what I said about bringing over the Y a bit? I don't think I'm wrong. Do you? Like that. There. Straight away looks better. Yeah. Let's bring that Y over, get a bit more of a curve on there. That'd be nice. I love doing stuff like this. Used to really irritate the teachers. I was always drawing boys' names in lovely writing down the margin or on my folder. My dad used to say, "You're boy mad." Well, it was more interesting than maths, that's for sure. Right, there you go. Nice. That looks better, it's more balanced now. I still think I prefer my first one, but it's always the way, isn't it? Right, so we've got happy. Good word, happy. Right, a new, and now we're going to go for year. See, it's not that far out from what I did before, but it's an original. Right, year, ready? So the year, we're going to bring the Y to about here, like that. Yeah, get the Y going. It's going to be a capital letter. Big year. It's going to be a big year. There you go. Let's just do that for a minute. Just to get the balance. Yeah, there's no experts in the building, are there? Eh? Year. I think I'm going to put the E about there. I like the E about there. Okay. Good angle. All right, that'll do. It comes round like that. Everybody happy? There you are. Yeah. Now, good A. A's the top spec. All right, A comes all the way down like that through the E. Where's the R going to go? Big flashy R. Like that. We'll come right down here with the E, New Year. Tall legs again. A's good. Tall and leggy. Right, that'll do. And we'll come up there like that. It's funny, it's easier to draw it first time round than try and emulate it, isn't it? It's always a way. You'd think, wouldn't you, second time round it'd be easier. Right, that'll do. So this is coming down like that. It's all right, we'll do it properly in a minute. Right, yeah. And now the big R, and the R gives you the balance. So I'm going to bring the R in like that. Good R. That'll do. And then I think I'm going to make a curl like that. A bit big. So if that comes around like that, it's quite a fair way out, isn't it? Right, so come around here like that. Keep my head out of the way. I'm trying to keep my head out of the way as well. Right, and then that comes round like that. That'll do. That's a good one. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than it was before, but that's all right. No worries. Doesn't matter. Go like that, like that. Right, and then you step back and you look at it and you say to yourself, am I happy with that? Do I like that? Do I want to change it? Because now's the time to change it. So, for example, make that a bit shorter. I think the A, I went a little bit mad on the long leggy bit, trying to... Do you know why? I think it's easier when I do it when I'm on my own, because I'm not seeing it through your eyes, you see. That's it. So that's that one, that's that one. That looks quite good. I like that. That one there. That comes up like that. There we are. Do you like designing lettering? I love it. I love it. In my next life, I'm going to come back as a calligrapher, I think. I can't do calligraphy, I'm rubbish at it. I've got all the gear and no idea. I've got so many calligraphy sets, beautiful. My brother bought me a spectacular one. And I just don't know why. I don't seem to have the eye for calligraphy. Maybe it's too disciplined or something for me. I think I'll put the E at the front there, like that. How's that? Nice, nice, nice. You got yours in place? Right, neck. Relax the neck. I'm so focused. Right, come on, a little bit of yoga. Stretch those shoulders. Don't you find that when you're doing artwork, you tense up when you're concentrating? I do. That happy's quite small. I might have to make those P's a bit bigger. Step away and check it out. It'll be all right. It's going to be a happy new year. Happy, 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 happy. And what we're going to do now is just pencil in. So stepping away from that P then looks like it could be a bit beefier, doesn't it? So I'll come into that camera only because the reason I say that is because then I can get over the top of it and I can change it a bit. I just need to get that, beef that one up a bit. Let's have a look. This is the one. Just to get the balance right, because yeah, I think that's the way to go. Let's get that a bit bigger, because it's got quite a bit of congestion going on there, haven't we? So I think I'll move this to the front and I'll give it a curve. Let's have a look. Make that a bit longer maybe. That might look better, like that. There you go. Who says? That's it. So it's a little bit different to the one before, but it is good enough for me. Are you happy with your happy? And then this one, I'm going to just bring that through like that. That looks good, doesn't it? And we've used no lines, no grids, just freehand, uppercase, lowercase, a little bit. See, this one comes down like that. See, now you can commit, you can press harder. And now you're going to get I want it a bit more squared off. There, tall legs, splaying out a little bit. Steady, steady, steady. Right, there you are. That looks good. I'm going to lean on something because I noticed last time the tracing paper got really dirty because I was with the side of my hand. Look, I can show you. Look, see all the graphite, all the pencil on the side. So all I was doing was smearing it around on the tracing paper. Yeah, but there you go. It's good. So let's have a look here. This is going to be nice. While I'm doing this, I'll tell you about, right, so this is what I thought. Going back to the sale idea in January, everybody has a January sale. And I thought, do you know what? No, I can't. I don't think. I know, I've got a feel for it. I know what's needed and I know what's not needed. And I don't think that a January sale is what Clarity or the Clarity family needs right now. You've got so much gear, right? And I think rather than entice you into buying more with just by price, I'd rather, and this is my point, bear with me here, I'd rather give you a tutorial or a piece of artwork, show you something, say, in a tutorial. Maybe we'll do a couple of Facebook Lives as well. Well, the raw we, it's me, because I'm used to this now, right? But during the month of January, what I thought we could do is go to the blog. So even if you don't go to the blog much at the moment, go to Barbara Gray blog, right? Just check in every day. Because it's not going to be every day something, you know, that would just be, that's the same as having a sale, a blog sale. It's not that. But what it's going to be is going to be a gentle tutorial month. So in other words, I'll do a tutorial and I'll use a couple of things. You may have them, you may not have them. And the artwork and the instructions, it may be so nice you think to yourself, do you know what, I want to try that. Or, do you know what, I've got something that I could do that with. Or, yeah, I need to buy that because I can see the use of it. I can see the purpose. I think that's the way it would make sense for us to go in January. And then in February, yeah, sure, we'll have our club members half price sale, you know. So that'll give you, if you're not in the clubs, you know, you can inform yourself, speak to Janine next week, look on the website. Stuart's got a link for you. You know, maybe that'll be the way to go. There you go, look. It's a little bit bigger this time. Nice though. Bit bigger, bit bolder. That's okay, I can live with big and bold. I'll show you, for example, yesterday, it was when I was doing the artwork yesterday, I thought, I really like this. And I'm like you, I know when I've done something good and I know when I've done something that's mediocre. We know, don't we? And then we also know that it's a lot of it has to do with the process. So even if the piece at the end isn't banging, you know, brilliant, I still enjoyed the process. And also I learn a lot. If I do something that's not ideal or it's not as I'd wanted it to turn out, those are the pieces of artwork where I learn and I think, next time I must remember to do this or that or the other, right? Which is a lot to do with the SHAC, isn't it? Practice, the more you do, the better you get, the more you want to do, in the words of Elizabeth, right? So what I did yesterday, I'll show you. I did, see, I'd done this piece of artwork and this was the bottom of that. I killed it. I did that, which was really nice. I really like that, right? On the designer paper. This is a piece of cake. So the tutorial, and you go back and have a look. This is just using these masks. This is for those of you who aren't like Clarity stampers or Clarity stencil people. See, so that there is the mask. And what I did was I used the sky. Where's the old tired one? Have I got it still? I've got, yeah, here it is, look. See, so I use this bit. This is what I show you, is how to use a mask like that. Hang on, let's get rid of all these bits. All this stuff is absolutely in the tutorial in the blog, you see. So you use this and you cover up a piece and then you use a makeup sponge and the black ink pad, right? And you just smear it and brush it into place until you get it's a piece of cake, but it looks so effective. Right, hang on a minute. And then when we put that back down, the way to capture that again, let me just show you, is to turn it around that way. It's easier to put it down that way than try and then, but it tells you how to, in the blog, I tell you how to use the masks, right? And how they work and so on and so on, right? And then there's a great price on them. So the point I'm making is, rather than just say, right, these are such and such a price and there's a free one inside, blah, 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 I show you this is how it works, and this is how this bit works, and this is how the designer paper works, and this is what the stamps look like when they're stamped up and they're half price, and so on and so on. So in other words, it is a sale in as much as everything that you're looking at, these are half price, these are a great price, there's a great price on the Antarctica paper. So it's a sale, but it's not a price-driven sale. It's a tutorial-driven special sale. And I think that from, you think about what we're talking about distraction and about ever let the fancy roam, pleasure never is at home, as John Keats said, right? It's about that distraction. And if I can attach special offers, right, and a good savings to tutorials, then I think that would be a much more nourishing, wholesome way to deliver a sale. There you go. That was what I was trying to explain. And this was yesterday's blog. And of course it's more work for me. Of course it's more work for me. But I do a blog every day, and you see, this is where the art, I get lost in the art. So this is my therapy at the same time. So it's a win-win, And it's not a forced sale. That's it. It's not a forced sale, and it's not going to be every day, although it might be. It just, again, it's when the art hits you. You've got to be in the creative frame of mind to do this stuff. I can't churn it out, I can't. It doesn't. Sometimes it feels like I am, but I want to kind of reach for things that I really love as well. See, because I love the masks and I love the designer paper, and I know they're really easy. This is real, like somebody that's never done any ink work or any stamping. This is very achievable. And the whole point of the blog is, because it's a photo step by step, right? It deconstructs the cards. So you look at that and you think, wow, how did she ever do that background? How did she ever, well, it's there for you. How did she get those lines? Piece of cake, bit of copy paper, makeup sponge. And once you see it demystified and deconstructed, then you'll realise that it's actually, it's like the SHAC. Remember when we started and you looked at the sum, you said, I'll never be able to do that. There's no way I'm going to do that. And then 9 months in, I look at your masterpieces on Clarity Worldwide and you think, well, there you go then. Who says, And I've said it once, I say it again. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's it, end of. If you've got the time and the patience, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? It might come easier to me, but that's only because I've been doing it for half my life. Doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It just means I've been doing it for longer. That's interesting, isn't it? Now, let's have a look. We've got Happy New Year. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take another bit of copy paper. No, this is copy paper, tracing paper. And we're going to lay it over the top. Right, so I'm going to go with the one that I've just done with you. Right, but I want to show you that what we do is we lay it over the top. Give yourself a little bit of a gap, so that you've got some masking tape, tracing paper. Actually, I can use the same gear, can't I? It's the same piece. Yeah. So that's basically the way that we're going to tackle January. We need a plan, don't we, my friends? We need a plan. and we're going to do the SHAC Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I will work out my workload. I'll have to pace myself a bit, but I'm going to do tutorial blogs, like proper step-by-step tutorial blogs with special offers on them. And you can dip in and out and decide what you need, what you can modify, you know. I think that's the way to go through January. Have a look at the club, decide whether you're going to join or not. If you're going to join, which ones are you going to join? You want the stamps, you want the stencils, you want the dies, you want the groovy, you want to go with parchment. Very mindful. Got 4 different strands. See? We're here to keep you company. This COVID issue, let's call it an issue, because we're living in the solution now, okay? But it's going to take a while. It will be resolved, and it will be okay, and this too shall pass and all that, but it's going to take a while. And during that while, we can either panic and get depressed and despondent, or we can smile and we can take it one day at a time, and we can make the most of these days where we can't socialise. See, when you're doing artwork, it's quite antisocial in a way, in the main, apart from when we do it in the SHAC together, because you are on your own, aren't you? When I'm doing my pottery downstairs, I'm on my own. I don't want the radio, I don't want anyone in my head, I don't listen to music. I'm there, in it, in the job, in the clay, in my hands, you see? But I'm not communicating. So to be honest, this lockdown is like manna from heaven in a way, because I've actually got an excuse to be alone. I don't have to make an excuse. So, and we're all in the same boat. So if that's the case, then it follows that the new year is going to be a little while before we can go and mingle again. Let's call it mingling, socialising, right? So during that time, let's use that time to hone some proper art skills. There you go. There you go. Right, ready? That's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Let's have a look. So the first thing I did, if we look up close, I'll tell you where I went first, because it will help a lot. You need focal points. And my focal points were the 3 stars. If I'm not mistaken, I've got 3 stars. I've got one there by the R. I've got one here by the N. Where's the third one? Oh yeah, by the Y. I knew I did 3, right? And bearing in mind, do you remember what we said the other day? We were talking about how when you touch the lines, I mean, it doesn't matter because we're gonna make it pop by outlining it anyway. But this would be where I would start, and then we'll build it up from there. So let's do the stars first, okay? And then we'll see how we go. It's no race, and we'll do the stars first. And then what we'll do is, on Friday, New Year's Day, right, we'll get started. Don't have to finish it, although you can if you want to, right? But on New Year's Day at 10 o'clock, we'll take this and we'll carry on, right? And we'll get it onto copy paper. I'd like you to have that, because the transfer, you know that's easy. You know that's easy. You can either use a light wave to look through and trace it through, or you can flip it and flip it again. That's the thing with letters, you've got to flip twice, you've got to do a double transfer, haven't you? But let's get the stars in place first. Everybody happy? Video okay? Sound okay? Yeah? Is it? I sometimes wish that my eyesight weren't so bad. Oh, I need to change the bats in my... It'll be all right. It'll be okay. It'll be all right for the next 10 minutes anyway. Right, come on, let's get these stars in, shall we? Let's get them in. So the first one's here. See? Like that. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stars. 5, what are they called? 5 points. There you go, got there. Lightly does it. Right? Let's just get it right. Can be a little bit funky. That's all right. Let's get the star right. So it's the centre of the star. Right, let's have a look. We're freehanding because we want it to be a bit funky. So we put one there. And then as you get more confident with the way it looks, you can, that'll do. That's nice. That's one. So the centre of the other one, I'm going to put it up here. Let's do the three stars. One. Don't have to be too big. There you go. That'll do. It's okay for it to be a little bit not perfect. Okay. That'll do. That's a nice star. I like that. Okay. So we've got that one in place. Right, and then we've got the third one. And the third one, I'm going to pop it in here. Tinier. Let's make a smaller one. There you go. That'll do. There. There you go. That's the third one in. Once you're happy with the stars, then make them a little bit bolder, right? Because they're going to be your, that's nice. Right, and once we've got that, then we're going to start outlining them. There we go. Cool. So I'll start on this. Which one do I want to start with? Oh, hello. Okay. So I've got my 3 stars. Happy New Year. See, the thing about this is the best part of it. And that's why I'm suggesting, it's only a suggestion, but I'm suggesting that you keep your template for your words, because these Happy New Years, they roll around every year. So we can learn how to do a really busy background. But what you'll find is as you do this, you'll go, I like it with just stars. I don't want to do all the rest, you see? So you can, just for the sake of learning, the learning curve, you could do all the twirls and all the stars and all the Zentangle stuff, right? But you may say, I like it with just the stars. I'm just going to put a little twinkle of a star here and there, yeah? So you'll see what I mean. And it's like that whole bus journey. It's like, where do you want to get off, right? Let's just make some lines. If I give myself dots like that, it gives me something to work towards. So I'm going to come in here. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. There we are. So now I'm going to go from there to that dot. But what I'm going to do is, and as I do this, I turn the artwork and I keep coming. It's easier, I find, to, rather than contort, it's just easier to make the artwork come to me. There we are. And the other thing, while you're doing this, just think of it as a bus trip. And every time think to yourself, oh yeah, I like that. That'll do. That's quite nice. Do I wanna go another 4? Do I wanna do a whole burst? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to do a double line. You see? And then maybe you could do, it's entirely up to you. You'll see what I mean. Right, let's have a look again. I'm keeping it busy because it's like putting a feast out, you know, or a buffet, and you put everything out on the table, but chances are people aren't going to eat everything you put out. They're going to take what they want and leave the rest behind, aren't they? You know, I mean, there's always going to be somebody that just pigs out and eats everything. But the point I'm making is, that you decide. See, so what you've got to do is, rather than just do this mechanically, as you're doing it, you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, so I like it. I like the star with just 3 outlines. I like that. You see, I've done 5. I've done 5. So you go 5 times around the star. Make a dot, travel towards it. Make a dot, travel towards it. When you get to a letter, you've got to make a dot as if it were there. Try not to spit at your artwork. See, because what will happen is, in a minute, it's going to get to here. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. This is quite a long one, isn't it? Long, thin. See? Like that. But it's a great way to fill a background. Here we are. See? And turn the artwork. There. Yeah, nice. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, on this one, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I made these shooting star bits. So, what's the time? Is it already? Don't believe it. All right. When we get together on New Year's Day, Happy New Year. It'd be great, because we'll already be halfway there. Yeah? We've already done the words. And then we can just doodle away to our heart's content, and we can make a plan for the year. Hey? Have a think about if you've got any New Year's resolutions. I mean, Hilda and me are already on the smaller plates, and no chocolate, Hilda. That's my downfall. Chocolate, I love it. Sugar. Sweet thing. I've got a sweet tooth. You got a sweet tooth? There, doesn't that look good? So we've done 5, you see. But then, rather than put the line through the top bit to make it even longer, what I did was I went in that bit there. That bit there. The recess in the star. You see? Look, that looks pretty cool. That's reminiscent of what we did when we were doing the baubles, remember? So then here, what you could do is you extend that and then make a couple of dots, and suddenly it looks like a kind of a flash. See? Like that. Where are we going? And then we've got that one there, and then we can put a couple of dots just so it looks like, yeah, a bit of an extension. Like that. Dot, dot, dot. Yeah, pretty, delicate. And then this one, when you get to a letter, you stop, dot, dot, there we are. See? So that's how we're going to build up. It's a lot easier than it looks. This looks very complicated. But again, it's that whole deconstruction thing. We'll dissect it. We'll do the 3 stars first, and then we'll go to the next thing, because I know where I went next. I'll have to write it down, because I probably won't remember by Friday. Anyway, so that was what I wanted to deal with today, and I thought that would be lovely for New Year's Day. Happy New Year, right? And then on Friday, when we get together, we'll complete this, yeah. And then on Monday, I've got something completely new that I've already prepped, which is great, because of the TV on Sunday and Monday. I won't have time to think about it. So I'm in a good space going into the new year. Make a plan and stick to it, eh? And I want you to just enjoy your day and be safe and all that good stuff. Have a look at yesterday's blog so that you know how to find it. Stuart will help you. Stuart, thank you for your help today. It's good to have you back in the building. And other than that, be safe, travel gently, lots of love, and I'll see you Friday. Bye-bye now.